everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do something that's not normal. We are going to use all cream products because I want to, I guess. I typically go for more powder products with a more powdery finish overall, but today I thought it would be fun to just use all cream products, see what it does, and this is the look that I came up with. I'm actually really happy with it. I tried a new blush out and I'm loving it. So before we get started, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me, and we'll get going. All right, so I did go ahead and prime my eyes. I just used my Nars Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. For eyeshadow, we are gonna go into my Auric Smoke Reflex. And the plan is to use the cream from Temper, which is the rose gold shade, and then the sparkle from Defiance, which is the more bronzy shade. I just happen to like the sparkle better in the Defiance shade than the Temper shade, but I like the cream color more in the Temper shade. So we're just gonna mix roosh a little bit. So here is what that looks like again. And I am just taking a big fluffy blending brush and dipping right into it. And we're just gonna put that all over. And again, the Auric Smoke Reflex, the cream portions of them, they're a bit more metallic. They're not just matte. And I love these. I think these are just too good to not use consistently. And it blends out like a dream, and I didn't really have to do much. We're gonna do the same to this eye. Okay, and then for the shimmer shade, we're gonna go into the Defiance shimmer. I just think this one has, I don't know why, but a much better payoff than the Temper shade. So we're just gonna mix them and go from there. Obviously, I'm gonna use my finger like I normally do and just stick it on. And just to make sure I get all the way into the inner corner, I am going to use a flat shading brush. Make sure we get it all the way in there. And I actually do like a mix. I think it worked out pretty well. I did go ahead and do my mascara. I just used the Sky High Lash Sensational from Maybelline. I'm really quite enjoying this. For primer, we're gonna use the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Primer. I don't know what it is about this stuff, but every time I use it, my foundation seems to last like 5 times longer than it normally does. Even my favorite foundations, like I know when they're gonna start to crack and start looking ugly, and this seems to help it make it last even longer. It's really impressing me. So now I'm kind of hooked on it. For foundation today, we're gonna use my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. I'm really enjoying the finish of this foundation right now. It gives me the full coverage that I need, that I enjoy, because it covers up my red cheeks. But I think it also looks very like natural too. So I'm just really enjoying it. And then with that primer, it's lasting like a dream. The other good thing about this foundation is that I set it anyways, but you don't really have to. So that's another reason why it's a good foundation for this particular video. For concealer, we're gonna use a little bit of my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And we're just gonna do a couple dots like we've been doing. I do feel a little special today, so we're going to highlight the nose as well. All right, so I can't do like a full face of all cream products. We are gonna have to cheat a little bit, and I am going to set just right under my eyes, just to make sure the creases aren't huge. And I'm actually just gonna take a little concealer brush, dip into this powder, my Laura Mercier, and set under the eyes. And because I put cream down my nose, we're gonna set that as well. Okay, but that's it for powder, no more powder. So next we're gonna go into bronzer and blush. I actually changed my mind. We're gonna finish up the eyes real fast. So we're gonna go back into the Temper Smoke Reflect and just finish up a little bit on the lower lash line. And I'm just gonna pinch the brush like I normally do, and go from corner to corner. Okay, that's all we're gonna do for the lower lash line, just because I don't want any of the glitter, like if I put it on the lower lash line, I don't want it to fall down my face throughout the day, because we're not setting, it's gonna stick. All right, now we're gonna move into bronzer and blush. So I have heard a lot about this LYS Beauty brand. I'm not sure if it's LYS or List Beauty, but these things were hard to get, okay? I had to go on Sephora like continuously throughout the day and for multiple days. And then one day they were just randomly all back in stock. All the shades were back in stock. So I was like, I gotta get these really fast, otherwise they're gonna be gone again in an hour. So I did end up getting the No Limits Matte Bronzer in the shade Motivate. And then also the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Confident. Let me just tell you, I adore the packaging. I think these are so cute. Not to mention I really like triangles. Like if I had a favorite shape, a triangle would probably be my favorite shape, but they are so stinking cute and they've got a good little mirror in there. Yeah, I'm really excited to use these. So we're gonna go in with the bronzer first. And I believe the Motivate shade is the lightest shade. So I'm just gonna go in with a brush. This is a powder. This is a powder bronzer. What? Well, we're gonna try it anyways. I'm sorry guys, I totally messed up. I thought both the bronzer and the blush were cream. Yeah, the blush is definitely cream. So shoot, we should start with the blush then. For cream blushes, I tend to like fold my beauty sponge in half and kind of get it on my beauty sponge that way. This looks a little pigmented, but we're gonna try it. And I'm just gonna pounce. Ooh! Very pigmented, but I actually really like that color. So now we're gonna go onto the foundation side of my sponge and just kind of blend that down a little bit. That's a really pretty shade though, of blush. I really like that. Yeah, that is beautiful. That is really stunning. See if it lasts all day. And you know, I actually really want to stick with our all cream look today. So I'm just gonna pick up my Fenty cream bronzer because I mean, we're doing all cream. We should just stick with it, right? I'm a little disappointed that that bronzer is a powder, but you know, we'll try that again some other day. That's all right. Yeah, so for bronzer, we're just gonna use my Fenty cream one. This is in the shade Macchiato. And then I'm just gonna do my normal technique with bronzer and take it up around my forehead and then again down under my jaw. I am gonna add a little bit more blush back in where the bronzer kind of covered it. I'm not gonna lie, I am absolutely loving this blush. I mean, I really wasn't expecting it to work out this well, this beautiful. And then for my cream highlight, I am going to use my Colourpop light stick. This is in the shade Star Bright. Just kind of looks like that. And I'm gonna take this on the back of my hand to kind of warm it up a little bit because the last time I just stuck it on my face, I had like a really intense streak. So now we're gonna use the other side of my beauty blender, pick it up a little bit on my hand and just tap it in. This one has a little bit of like actual flecks of sparkle, which isn't my favorite, so it's not something I use often. It's still a really pretty highlight, and it's the only cream highlight that I have actually enjoyed. And I mean, the sponge does pick up quite a bit of it, so you might just have to, like in particular this product, so I've had to like put more on my hand a few times just to get it to the opacity that I want on my face, just because the sponge does pick up a lot, but I like it better this way than sticking it right on my face, because this one, it kind of more melts into the skin instead of leaving a like giant streak. Okay, I did go ahead and do my eyebrows. Sometimes I get really excited and just kind of forget about them, so I didn't want to finish the look and really my eyebrows weren't done. So I did go ahead and do those, didn't do anything new, just my Benefit Gimme Brow. Before we do the lips though, I am going to set my face. I'm just going to use my Rare Beauty Always an Optimist. And then on another blank side of my sponge, I know it looks pretty dirty right now, we're just going to press everything in. Finally, for lips, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Cream. This is in the shade Fenty Glow. And because we used that rose gold color, I kind of wanted to go with something a little more pinky. That way we could tie it all together. Alright, so here's our finished look. We used all cream products minus a little bit of powder to set the under eyes, but other than that, like, I'm pretty happy with this look. I do feel a bit shiny because I have oily skin, and without powder I tend to get a little bit shiny. So I may have to powder throughout the day, but for right now, I really enjoy this look. I absolutely love the LYS blush. I am so excited it's in my collection and can't wait to continue to use it. But I mean, what do you guys think? Do you personally use a lot of more cream products than powder products? I would love to know which ones are your favorite if you do. I also trend towards powder more than cream, so I totally understand if you prefer powders, and I would just love to know. That is all I have for you today. I am here on Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and I hope you consider subscribing before you go. Thank you. Bye.